Well, I guess it started, I mean, I've been playing drums for decades, since I was 13, got my first drum kit for Christmas that year, and been playing drums ever since. And so that's really what motivated me, and sort of the passion for music and all that growing up and playing rock and roll and all that stuff. And so over the years, I ended up in sound engineering is actually kind of my education and background. And so recording music and doing music production kind of stuff. And so really developed kind of an ear for music and hearing different tones and what we wanted to get out of an instrument in the studio and that kind of thing. And sort of have evolved to the point where now I'm building drums, and so some of like what I wasn't hearing in acoustic drums and you're trying to fix it in the studio and stuff are things that I try to bake into the designs that I do at Virtue. So make drums that are world-class drums right out of the box.
Knowing who makes your drums, I mean, knowing the effort that they put into that is just amazing. And the sound quality is nothing like any other drum. I have spent a lot of money on drums. The quality of what he does is amazing, and he stands behind his work 100%. Love it.
The main thing, and what sort of the lens that we look at everything we do through, and when I launched Virtue, what I sort of set up as the goal was to develop a drum company that everything was filtered through excellence and integrity, and that's it. So anything we do really flows from that source. And so a lot of companies end up, especially as they get bigger, quality control and things fall by the wayside and that sort of thing, and it's more about profit and monetary values. And we really, well, obviously at the end of the day we got to pay the bills. That's really not our primary goal. Our primary goal is to make beautiful instruments that people can play and make great music with.
When you have a drum set that's built for you by somebody that you know and they're local, just playing drums that are made locally, it's a good feeling. It feels great. And I smile a lot when I get behind my drums and that first crack, it's like, wow, yeah, feels good. The Virtue drums, they are in constant contact communication with you. If there's any questions on either side, very easy to get a hold of, always returns calls. Once again, the quality of the workmanship, I've never seen nothing like it. A lot of drummers, they say, I don't like how the drum sounds. They take the skin off, they tune it, they do this, and this. And I talked to Jeff about this. He says the shell of the drum, look how uneven that is, Look at his, they're perfectly round. That's my satisfaction. I mean, I love it. They're just great quality drums, period.
With Virtue drums, I made a decision early on that I didn't want to just offer, a single shell type or take just a single approach to building drums, because that's kind of part of what's behind the name Virtue, which is to just recognize there's valuable, good virtues in a variety of approaches that have been taken over the years with drum shells. So whether it's stave shells or plywood shells or metal shells, whatever it is, all those things are valuable. And depending on what the drummer is looking to accomplish with that drum, I didn't want to be in a position where I only offer one type and that becomes the one size fits all for everybody. And so I very early on, I identified that I want to be able to offer all that and be able to understand the variables myself so that I can sort of guide a drummer through that decision and make sure they end up with the right drum for their application, as opposed to just, we build this type of drum, it must be what you need. And so a lot of other drum companies, either for efficiency or just a lack of resources or experience, don't offer that breadth of knowledge and that breadth of options. And so that was really early on one of the defining things that I wanted to integrate into this brand.
I think when you buy local, a lot of people say, oh, what is that? Well, local businesses, we're here for the community. Service is what it's all about.
Looking forward, we're actually really excited to be able to move into a new retail storefront space where we'll be able to have a showroom where people can actually come, see, play, feel our drums, as well as offer some valuable assets to the community of, offering stuff a pro drum shop would offer, whether that's heads or cymbals or sticks or whatever. So we'll feature our drums as well as drums that we've refurbished. So if your budget needs something that's a little more affordable, we'll have some used drums that you can check out that we'll have totally refurbished and make sure they're better than when they were new. Or, obviously we'd love it if you'd check out some of our drums as well, but we're really excited to be able to have that opportunity to have something local that people can come and check out and see our drums.